Hey friends, I'm back again. I've bribed Ozzy with a rosary so he'd stay up there. I figured he was going to knock it off. I think he knows that I want him to be right there because I like it when he's in my videos. Anyway, today finally went to Trading Books and got some used books. Super excited about those. They're all weird, all of them, but I think they are awesome. Went to Capital City Comics. Forgot how much I love that place. It's been such a long time that they have moved. It's in this the same shopping center, but they just moved further down. And that place is incredible. Troy's birthday was this past week. I got him a couple of belt buckles and belt straps with 18-wheelers. And so I also got him 3 books by William W. Johnstone, Rig Warrior. And these books are about 18-wheel drivers that fight the mob. And a couple of these are zebra covers. And the first one is by far the best one. It's an 18-wheeler with missile launchers and a big chrome cat face on the front. That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to reading these. He has written such a wide range of stuff. Tons of westerns, but he has written other things. And this one is Wheels of Death. Still pretty cool. Not as cool as the one with the cat. Well, that one still has the outline of a cat. And then 18-Wheel Avenger. That's the worst cover. I wish that they would have at least for real stood in front of an 18-wheeler. But whatever. I think those are going to be good. And then my daughter got him a couple of books. Alive, the Story of the Andes Survivors by Piers Paul Reed. And a lot of people are familiar with the 1972 crash where the survivors resulted to cannibalism. And this just tells you a little bit more about the people that were on that plane. And I want to read this. I think it'll probably be a hard read just because, these were people that, they had families that loved them, and to know that they passed away in such a horrific way, I'm sure is just, had to have taken a while to, move past. This book I'm really excited about, R.D. Reynolds and Brian Alvarez, The Death of WCW. I'm super excited about this because back in the day I was a huge WCW fan. Hilarious that we were just watching videos of Sid Vicious and that's what I flipped to. But if you have the WWE Network, you can go to Monday Night Nitro on September 7th, 1998. My brother-in-law had gotten us tickets, and so me and my dad went with him. And when we got there, there was a mix-up with the tickets. So me and my dad are super mad, but he worked it all out, and we ended up getting front row. And it was so much fun. So if you watch that, there's a dude in a purple shirt, and then a young girl next to him. That's me. It was so much fun. The Ultimate Warrior, that was one of his last big appearances, going out and everything. So I got to see that, and getting to be so close to the wrestlers, walking around the ring and everything. Those guys are huge. I reached out and touched Stevie Ray just with one finger because I was terrified. He had no idea I was there, of course, but he was just huge, it seemed to take such a long time just for his arm, to get past us. But that was a lot of fun. I love wrestling. Like I said, we were watching clips. We watch clips on YouTube all the time. So if you want to check that out, what did I look like a long time ago? September 7th, 1998, Nitro. So next I'm going to do the comic books we found. Red Sonja and an 18-wheeler. Yeah, we kind of fall into a bit of obsession once we get into things. But how cool is that? How cool is that? I don't know if I could ever drive an 18-wheeler. That's kind of intimidating. And then we found a prequel and then issues 1 and 2 of Braith. I really have no idea what this is, but it's just kind of primitive and medieval and got, you know, kind of Celtic looking themes and stuff on it. So I love stuff like that. The dude's all manly looking with a hairy chest. You know, they don't do hairy chest on stuff a lot. This I was super excited about. This is from 1988. The original price was $1, and we got this for $1. I can't believe it. And it is in such beautiful condition. It's a Captain Atom that features Swamp Thing, and Swamp Thing looks awesome. So I'm definitely reading that. So I went digging because I knew we had another Captain Atom, and this is from I think 1977. It was 12 cents originally, which is just crazy. So that's a pretty good cover as well. I was really excited I found this. He had a ton of Swamp Things, and I mean, he had like first issues and like really old ones from the 70s, you know, that were like, you know, almost $60. I didn't really want to put down that much money, but I'm definitely going back because it was a lot of fun just to get to look and flip through some of those older books. I mean, it's amazing to think that, you know, how old they are and they're still around. They're still in good condition. You can read them. There's so much stuff. He had a whole table of long boxes that was nothing but Batman comics. So I want to dig through some of those. There really weren't a ton of Swamp Things, but I'll definitely have to go back and get more of those. And I saw a long box and a short box full of nothing but G.I. Joe. I thought that was really awesome. But one issue I did pick up, and it was only $2, and it's written by Nancy A. Collins, and she's written a lot of comics. I think she's written Vampirella, Red Sonja. She's written a bunch of different stuff. The back of this I thought was hilarious. Michael Keaton Batman Returns. But it's, let's see, it's Swamp Thing 121 from July 1992. And I took just photos of a bunch of ones that I liked the covers, and some of them were New 52, so I wanted to check and see if I had those or if I didn't. And I just really thought this was a beautiful cover, so I went ahead and got this one because I just think that's just awesome. I think it's really, really, really pretty. And then one new thing I got is Young Monsters in Love, and it's basically DC monsters and just a bunch of short stories. It's an 80-pager, so it was like $10, but I don't care that it was $10. I'm excited to read this. You got Swamp Thing on the cover kissing the Bride of Frankenstein. And I love the Bride of Frankenstein. I love the back of this. Like, I wish I had that to put on something, you know, like a jacket patch. That would be cool. I would wear that. It's so funny. Swamp Thing. But it has a bunch of different monsters, so I'm sure they're going to do more of these, so I'll probably want to get even more of those. Man-Bat, I know, is one of the other monsters featured in the book, so I'm really looking forward to reading this, and I just love the front cover of it. It'd be a really cool poster to have. Yes, I would put that up in my house. Poster of Swamp Thing. Okay, now last, here's the weird part, but I think these are great. I got book 1 and 2 of the Guardians of the Flame by Joel Rosenberg, and this one is called The Sleeping Dragon. And I just thought these covers were awesome because they're so colorful. I mean, just super bright colors. I think I read, I don't even know if I did read the back of it. I just really wanted them because the covers look good. This one is The Sword and the Chain, and the dragon on it, like, if Pete's magic dragon was, like, scary and badass, because he looks like he's kind of fuzzy in this one, a little bit. It's just awesome. This one, I'm not blonde, but I have my moments. The last line, it says, in a rollicking adventure, and I read it as rollicking. And honestly, neither one of those even sound like a real word to me. But this looks like it's going to be funny. Like, it's a fantasy, but I'm sorry, I've got to sneeze. But it just sounds so funny. Like, oh, where did it go? There was a really funny line. The main character's name is Jason Cosmo. And it says, Jason may be fabulous at wielding his enchanted sword, Overwhelm, but he's absolutely stinko at foretelling the future. Stinko. But it's called Royal Chaos, and it's by Dan McGirt. And, you know, he looks all medieval, but then, like, the chick has a nail file and sunglasses. So, I don't know, but I thought that was just, I'm like, that's weird. I want to read that. But it looks like it's going to be kind of funny, you know. Okay, and this was the weirdest thing I found, and I'm definitely reading this because when I read the back, I was like, oh, I don't care, that's weird, but it sounds like it could be really good. It's by H. Beam Piper, the world-famous author of Little Fuzzy. It's called Space Viking. But I just thought that cover was really rad. It says, this is a story of Lord Trask, who began as a voice of peace and reason and ended as the greatest space Viking of them all. A space Viking. I don't know what that is, but I'm looking forward to reading it. And this is definitely just, I mean, yeah, this is weirder than a book about 18-wheeler drivers fighting the mob. Those, you know. But I can't wait to read this. I think this dude, he's got some kind of like laser gun or something. So, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.